Well, good afternoon, folks. I just wanted to show you, well, two videos. This is part one. This is just kind of the outside, and then I'll show you the undercarriage here in a minute. But on Thursday, I don't know, maybe it was July 27th, 28th, 2016, decided to conquer Holcomb Creek in Big Bear, California with my friend who runs a Jeep Wrangler 4-door on 35s with the 4-inch lift kit. And this is my Toyota Tacoma double cab long bed 2006 ARB bumper. I actually am running 34 10 50 15 BFGs on a set of Alcoas with Icon front coilovers, total chaos, upper control arm. I do have the DeMello off-road frame sliders along with Deaver Expedition rear spring pack. Well, these are originally Donahue shocks in the rear still, but they have been rebuilt along with my front springs from now Icon. My soft topper. Now Holcomb was pretty challenging. They call it a black diamond. I do plan on taking on John Bull, but I wanted to do Holcomb first just to see what the outcome would be. Pretty much everything was as normal till the last part where there was a nice 90-degree turn, and when you're talking about 142-inch wheelbase opposed to a Jeep Wrangler who only, they have a 116-inch wheelbase with no rear overhang to speak of, and he dragged his rear bumper coming off a rock. I did too, and as you see, I pulled what I call a Tanner Faust. After a long day of only having to winch twice, and once because I basically just blanked out and got high-sided on rocks, I just called it quits at the last part of the trail where that 90-degree turn was, and there was almost no way I was going to make it without dragging the rear bumper. I just decided to gun it and take the hit. So I did crack my tail light and bend my bumper. Well, that's what I get for not having an aftermarket solid steel bumper. Thin blue line, obviously, support, police department. But as you can see, pretty much just your typical off-road scratches, rim scratches, nothing too bad. Your videos always show you these cool and wonderful pics of the vehicles on the trail, and I will be showing some video and pics of that, but I just want to give you an overview of the aftermath of some of these. Now, of course, I do have a bulletproof fabrication recovery tow hook up front, which the downside is with my ARB bumper that has no D-ring attachments. I had to go with an aftermarket, another style, another company. This definitely hurt my approach angle, and that did take quite a beating. My all-pro skid plate took a pretty good beating too underneath, which I'll show you in a later video. And my all-pro transmission transfer case skid plate really didn't take too much of a hit. The slider is definitely lifesaver, and I do have a built by Bud, or Bud built skid plate for my gas tank. Didn't even touch anything. Luckily I didn't have to worry about it, but it was there. And then I do have the All Pro rear axle pumpkin for the differential cover, and I'll show you that in the next video as part of the undercarriage damage. Like I said, you hardly get to see the aftermath of some of these. But all in all, my TRD limo, which has been nicknamed now because of how long this beast is, quite capable. I was pretty much shocked that I was able to go almost everywhere my friend did. He had to winch twice, I had to winch twice. I do get the feeling though, once I take on John Bull, I am definitely going to have a lot more problems just due to the length of the wheelbase and the overall length. And I do have to do some repairs, and I'll show you here on the next video. Rear bumper, I don't know, maybe I'll just take it off for John Bull. But I do plan on replacing that bumper with something solid steel that could take a pretty good impact. That way I don't have to worry about it in the future. Anyways, I'll show you guys the next video in a little bit. Thank you for watching. Bye.